No advertisements this video, alright? But this is more of a video to talk about something rather more important, alright? I think the rocks are glitched in the server. No, I shoot. I should have switched servers, because somehow, I don't get how, but it's screwed up. Who the hell loaded in? Like, who the hell screwed it up? Like, I didn't think the Charlie's 10's base was that bad. Okay. So, this is kind of unfortunate, and I feel like, I'm pretty sure that, you know, a lot of people can relate to this, like, a lot of adults. But the end of high school is coming up near for me. I only have one more year. And, you know, I'm coming to accept that. That I am literally going to be a senior, and then I'm going to be out of there. But there's one thing that I'm not so happy about. Jake the Fox unfortunately claimed that he would upload on YouTube way less than he has in the past. You know, way less than he does now. He claims he'll probably only upload 2 or 3 videos a year. Part of me still thinks that, you know, he might say that, but he might end up seeing himself uploading 1 video a month or 1 video a week or something like that. And if that's the case, I really hope that is the case. Because, you know, I'd really still want to see him around. But, no doubt about it, there definitely is going to be a major decrease in video frequency on Jake the Fox's channel. I don't even know if I used the right word there. But you guys get the point at least. And since that's going down, JTS Puppet Pals, well, not going down, but JTS Puppet Pals and all his other channels will have hardly any uploads too. And, you know, I feel like when we become adults, like when we graduate really, you know, I don't think I'm going to be going over his house as often as I am now. Maybe. I'll probably still go over there for birthday parties. But I'm not entirely sure if I'll still, like, go over for sleepovers or not. I might be too busy, too. Who knows? But I really don't know if college kids really still have sleepovers or not. I mean, I think they still might. And, you know, I'll bet adults still even have sleepovers. But I feel like they're going to be less frequent, is what I'm saying. And for you guys to know, there will be way less JTF's Puppet Pals videos. The end of high school is kind of like a marking point. Yeah, there's something with this. Whenever I put this over here, it like... Oh, no, not here. Yeah, right here. Huh, that's weird. Okay. Anyways, I feel like the end of high school just marks, like, a time when, you know, things just stop. Things that you did as kids just stop. And, you know, I'm coming to accept that it will stop, and I'll be moving on to other things. I will still run my channel. You know, a lot of people in college still run their channels. I will still run my channel. I'll still be here. In fact, even if I did live in a dorm, I feel like I would still be able to record videos, although I'm not entirely sure on policies of that. But I feel like a lot of kids just don't upload, like, work on normal videos for the fact that, you know, most YouTubers, you know, put more editing into their videos, and they have a different style, and they're just too exhausted to edit and don't see it as much of a passion. Just too tired, you know, does not have the time, you know, and too tired kind of, you know, go hand in hand with one another. Crap. No, why are you... No, don't chop that. I got it. Oh my god, that tree was the dumbest tree of all time. I had to chop it up 10 times. 10 times. Why? I could be entirely wrong about all these reasons, but that's just what it seems to me. More reasons could be that all of everybody's free time is used for talking to family on the phone or, you know, dating or whatever. There's some kids that go and say, I don't want to date. School is too much for me. Now, that doesn't exactly click right in my brain. Most kids in college date. maybe they're doing a course that requires more work, and that I can completely understand. What, are the rocks just coming in really slow? I'm not getting this. It's not clicking in my brain for me. Are all the rocks coming down slow? Is that why this is like this? But then maybe someone saying they don't want to date because of school is because their parents are saying that, or maybe they're saying that they want to spend all their free time that they get with their friends or a YouTube channel or something other than dating. So maybe that's what it means. But whenever I was younger, it would always just get me confused. Like when people say, "Oh, when people take a break from uploading." Like, I never thought about it in deeper detail. Or maybe they're just taking some kind of screwed up college course that like gives you way too much work. I shouldn't say screwed up, but just too much work. Like, it's screwed up that they give you that much work is what I really mean by that. You want to know a quick little funny story that I'll insert into the middle of this video? When I first went to an elementary school in one of the grades, people kept saying the principal's name. They'll be like, "We're going to send you down the... Don't do this or you'll get sent down to..." Like, the kids will say that. The teachers will say that. And I'm thinking in my head, who the heck is this? And why does it sound like a common term? Or not a common term, but like just something familiar. Kind of funny. There's no doubt about it. High school is pretty much like a big endpoint in terms of like, you're no longer a kid and you're an adult and you get less time. I saw a chart and it said when you're young, under 18, you have no money, but you have time and energy, which is not true because some kids have jobs and they have at least a little bit of money, but I get what they mean by that. Like, they just don't have much money at all. All right. When you're an adult, you have money, which is also not true, unfortunately, because some adults don't have enough money. But the point is that, they usually have money. And they also have energy, but they don't have time, which also does not make sense to me at all, because everybody gets time off. Maybe, they're just considering, oh, it's just the time of relaxing, like, right after work. I don't know why, but I feel like society, over pushes things too much sometimes. They're just like, oh, yeah, adults don't have any time at all. No, that's not true. That's not true. Adults have time. They just have less time. That's kind of misleading. And then, well, this is definitely, straightforward, and I cannot, disagree on that, except for some older people who are just, luckier or whatever. Most elders do not have much time. Or not, never mind. Do not have much energy, but they have money and time. Which I think is pretty cool. Because of the three, usually there's one you lack. For each stage of your life. You can't have all three of them at the same time. Well, as like a general thing. All right. Which I do agree with some of the statements. Sometimes I just feel like it's kind of smug how society will be like, oh, you have to do this, that, and this. No, it's just, I know, there's no doubt about it that life is hard, but it's not as hard as some people portray it to be, and that kind of makes me mad. That kind of makes me PO'd. If adults didn't have time, then how come I see adult YouTubers? And I'm not trying to sound inappropriate, all right? I was thinking a lot about this last night before I went to bed, and I was just thinking that there's only a certain amount of months left before things will change, before things will get different. Less than a year. Right now we're at 11 months, so it's not as much to worry about. But if we go to only as far as stock-up season in October of 2023, we'll already only have 8 more months left. It is my mission to record a new JTS Puppet Pals video with Jake the Fox himself every single time I go over his house. And I hope that he has motivation every single time, because, there's one time that he just didn't have motivation to record it with me, and we had to do it another time. There were a couple times I went over his house, and I just didn't have motivation to do it, and then I just stopped doing it for a while. But you know, I need to keep my head in the game here. I will probably go over his house I'd say I'll probably be over there 7 or 8 more times before that graduation happens. Before I graduate. If not, then a little bit less. But 6. Let's say 6. 6 more JTS Puppet Pals videos before that graduation point. That wouldn't be so bad. But it just makes me sad to think that everything's going to change for Jake the Fox. He's not going to be on as much. And JTS Puppet Pals won't happen as much. And the fact that the first... Wait, what's a thing that happened in August that was significant? August of last year. That one Among Us stream that I did, because I used to do Among Us streams every single time I got rejected. That one Among Us stream I did in August of 2022. Well, from the time that happened till now is less time, or actually about the same amount of time, as now till me and Jake the Fox graduate. And there's no, oh, what about the summer before September next year? Don't you have time then? No, not really. He's not going to go to college. He's going to immediately start working more the moment he graduates. But actually, I think his parents are actually going to give him, his parents and him are going to go on a nice little, like, trip. He said he was going to go back to a certain state or something for his graduation because he liked the state so much. So, obviously, they're going to do that first. And then he's going to work more and be available less. So, expect one of the last videos that Jake the Fox will ever upload to be a vlog of his trip. This is stuck. Someone loaded in. It's too laggy. No, I don't think anyone loaded in. It's just somehow too laggy. Look, I can do the one grab and I can't grab the next one. I gotta leave the server. It's too laggy. It's terrible.